First of all, how much did you feel? It looked like it was going to be 6-0, and how much did Mookie energize the place when he hauled that down?
Not just that catch. He had a big day defensively in right field, and we've talked so much about the center field range of our right fielders. He has it, but the way that game started out, that's a big swing from Reddick that we have just enough real estate to bring it in. The crowd just does energize. We felt coming back home to play in front of this crowd, to play back here where we're most comfortable and have won a lot of games. That started to turn it. And then, as we've seen so many times, the fight in our players, the resiliency that they have, we had to dig out of a hole. But once Joe Kelly settled things down through the inning and 2/3 of work that he put forth, David Price took over from the mound today. We talked about how much he could give us before the game. And he had mentioned, I've got 80 pitches, which a little bit of surprise, but after the second inning, he came back in. He said, I've got it. I feel great. After the third inning, same thing. After the fourth inning, same thing. But we were able to spread it open. Just great days offensively from Mitch, Hanley, Rafi. Big day offensively from those three guys in particular. But David Price led the way from the mound today.
Pete.
John, what were your emotions like when they went up 3-0 in the first inning there?
We're going to have to scramble. And kind of figured we knew going to the bullpen early was a real possibility. As we've seen in the first two ball games, they jump out to a crooked number early. But credit Joe for coming in and the way we battled back. But we knew we were in a spot where we're going to have to improvise, and we were able to do that.
You said Price had told you he was willing to go 80. Had you guys not broken it open here, were you bringing him back out for the 8th?
If it was a quick inning, he was going back out. But after they made a couple of pitching changes, we scored a couple of runs. That was more than enough at that point.
John, just given where you were at the start of this game, was it at all meaningful to have a veteran like Hanley come out with that flag and sort of take that on?
Yeah, he made a statement yesterday just on somewhat of a plea for the energy to our fans. They responded. He responded. A big day offensively. That's one of the better days offensively Hanley's had in quite some time. But a lot of impact to the baseball. Came up big with that two-run double late in the game to help spread things open. But this was a fun day here and just an energetic day all the way around.
Still the jug. No, I thought you had one on the right side, on the left side.
John, sticking with Hanley, do you think not being in the lineup for Game 1 maybe has sparked him at all?
I don't know that. He responded coming into that ball game with a couple of base hits and some good swings. He had a couple of opportunities in Game 2 where Keuchel makes a good pitch on him to end the first inning. But he's had big career numbers in postseason. But he's swinging the bat, in 2 of these 3 games like he's certainly very capable. And today it was not only a big day for him, but when he's been in the middle of our offense, we're a completely different offensive team when he's swinging a bat as he did today.
Jeff?
John, is Price going to be available in a potential Game 5? And have you given any thought, if you do advance, to putting him back into the rotation, or is he a reliever this whole October?
Haven't really gone that far. I would assume with a couple of days off, if we get that to that point, 57 pitches today, that's still a good work day. I would anticipate that he'd say he's ready to go, but we'll see who's available and what role come that day. We've got tomorrow to take care of first.
Right up here in front.
Chad's question on Hanley. Do you like him in that role as leader or cheerleader, waving the flag and, kind of saying things to geek up the fans of the team?
You like any player that is willing to step up and speak and then back it up. That's I think sometimes, he particularly in Hanley, when he's of that energy, and you know what, it was focused today. It was fantastic. He had a big day. So you'd like every player to have that kind of willingness to say what's on their mind and go out and perform as he did today. Today was a big day for Hanley.
Jen?
You've talked about Devers' composure since he got called up, but to have that home run he did today in that spot, how big was that for you?
Turn the game around. Obviously they're trying to match up, but he gets a pitch up out over the plate and put a beautiful swing on it. He's an extremely talented kid, and I think we marvel at the fact that he's 20 years of age. He's come into this environment, come into this setting of his market and has performed fantastic, probably better than we anticipated. But the timing of this one is a big swing.
Jason.
John, tomorrow obviously you don't have Price if you guys play tomorrow. How much do you need Porcello to kind of be the pitcher he was for you last year?
Go out and do his job. He threw a good inning down in Houston. Go out and locate. I would anticipate we'd have a number of guys available tomorrow. Price unlikely, and I would say that Chris Sale would be available as well. So we'll find a way to get through it again tomorrow.
Take one last one for John here. Evan in the front.
John, why'd you go to Kelly when you did as opposed to, say, Price at that point or one of the other relievers in the second part?
Felt like as things were getting going pretty quick, Joe's ability to get loose quicker than David, and felt like if we could get through the third or thereabouts, thinking that, because at the time, my thought was that David had 2 innings. The fact that he felt as good as he did, that allowed us to extend him further. But felt like we needed to piece it together maybe to that third, fourth inning, and for him to then step it up or end of the game in David's case, and then turn it over to where we felt like we had anywhere from 3 to possibly 4 innings combined with Addison Reed and Craig Kimbrell. So the story of this one is David Price, clearly.